Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a new episode of Control. Last time we left off, I remember struggling and getting a little bit hangry with the jukebox. I remember that, but that stuff is hard, and I don't know why I'm so bad at it. But whatever. We're going to go do the foundation stuff. Keep once again trying to open my map the wrong way. So it's in maintenance, the restricted area. I have foundation. There we go. I'll say I have a fast travel over here. So let's see what this is. I'm imagining this is like just some post-game stuff, maybe some DLC that was added after the game came out.
Quiet. Trans-dimensional. This place really suits Ahti. So that etching is the door. Okay, let's try opening it.
All right. Ooh. Hello. The foundation.
No time for sightseeing. The board said this was an emergency.
All right, board. Oh, this is a whole area. Yeah. Yeah, like a whole nother DLC, basically. Like the Allen one.
Looks like no one's been down here in a while.
Okay. Well, let's see what the gimmick with this DLC is going to be. Because the Allen one was very much dealing with a lot of light.
Crystals are kind of pretty.
Crystals are just popping up.
Field day down here.
They're having a fun time just popping up constantly.
My life's been a strange one. Certainly stranger than I'd like. But this place, it's something else. The floors crawl.
What's that light?
Further, it's a shifting pit. On the street, it's just another drab building standing there for anyone to see. But no one does. How did we miss it? Northmore. Acting director in Northmore now is on a train from Washington. He'll expect answers, which is why I'm making these tapes. They're evidence that I'm at least trying to understand. Father searched his entire life for something like this, and we find it 1 week after he's buried. He always hated irony. Of course, Father, the great director, Ash, would have been the first man in. And look at me, his bookworm son, the supposed head of research who can't stop his legs from shaking long enough to step over the threshold.
Are we looking at the origins of this stuff? Interesting. If this is where the foundation was, like, are these like the first generation of people that were working with the Bureau? That's kind of what I got from that, but I might be misinterpreting it. That's kind of what I get. Oh. Well, that's not nice. Yeah, that's kind of the vibe I get. That we're looking at like the earliest forms of a lot of this stuff. And they were just starting.
Bottom of the oldest house. Stop the hiss.
Marshall? How was she on the hotline?
That's what I'm saying.
Unless she's dead. Jesus. She seemed like the kind of woman who could survive anything.
Oh, do you have to be dead to use the hotline? If so, that really raises a lot of questions about Alan, but Alan's like existing in some weird kind of state of I don't know what's going on with Alan. What happened to Marshall?
I only heard of the Foundation when I became head of operations. The very bottom of the oldest house. Director access only. Just the name alone is classified. Zachariah gave me a tour the day I was promoted. Said I should see it for myself, to understand. After that, I snuck down on my own from time to time to keep tabs on the place, and on them. But nothing ever changed down there. Not even the walls. It's solid, permanent, different from the rest of the house. Of course, They were always watching me. I never stayed long. I'm not stupid. I have to stop the Hiss from finding this place. I'm the only one who can.
Yeah, the Hiss finding the foundation of it all, and the board, I'm guessing, is the they that you're talking about. Whoops. Okay, cool. That's more what I wish it did when you fell off a cliff. Just revive me, missing a little bit of health. Maybe the few other times I fell off a cliff I wasn't full health, but I feel like it killed me from full health quite a few times when falling. Okay, big ol' cave system. What the hell? Oh. They were chilling up there like bats. That's interesting. Cool. These are pretty high level enemies too, so I might struggle here as well. Because these are going to be strong creatures. I swear to God if it does that thing. Oh, I don't think I can get that high actually. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even think I can get that high. Clearly we're going to get some kind of new power or something. Maybe you know what? I should have tried melee attacking those stalagmites when they came up. Yeah, I shoulda. Shoulda. God, oh my God, the light. Jesus. Okay. Oh, I definitely want to take that one out first. What is this? Rate of fire boost? I feel like I kind of want to try some of the weapons I haven't used much. You know, just to kind of mix things up a little bit. We have spin fully upgraded now. No, we don't. Never mind. I thought we did. But we do not. Weapon damage after kills? Sure. And what else do I got that could be good on spin? Ammo cost per shot? Yeah, give me that. That looks good for spin. Okay. Can we upgrade some things? I might even get a new gun as well. I could see that being a thing that happened. Yeah, screw it. Let's... Oh, wait, but yeah, remote thoughts. I could upgrade Pierce instead. No, we need to save it. I might still use spin anyway, though, just to play around with it a little bit. It doesn't do as much damage, but I don't know. We'll mess around with it a wee bit, I think. Yeah, okay, so that doesn't work. So clearly I'm going to get some sort of new power or something that's going to let me do something about the various, like, rocks and stuff around here. At least that's my hypothesis currently. But yeah, this is going to be just like a self-contained DLC zone, much like the Allen area was. The, like, classified research department? I forget exactly what the name of it was. Cave paintings. First, I thought the cave paintings in the Foundation chronicled ancient humans' encounters with natural occurrences like weather, but it soon became clear they depicted events far outside the average human experience. Also, it seems I was wrong to assume the images are ancient. Radiocarbon dating suggests something impossible, that I've been down here longer than the paintings. That's absurd, though. The style and medium clearly indicate a Paleolithic origin. I was ready to conclude that an ancient community of humans lived in or around the old house. Now with this information, I don't know what to think. Is one of our agents drawing these? Or is there someone down here with us? Place has a habit of skewing my results, so perhaps the data is corrupted, or perhaps some paintings were created at different times. The art does seem to chronicle not only the past, but also the present and possibly even the future. I see in them echoes of the board, some linear architecture. Even what could be interpreted as a director. Are the paintings telling a story that's still being written? If so, who is writing it? Alan Wake? Alan Wake. I think Alan Wake. Okay. Well, this is cool. I'm invested in this. This is a cool, like, different spin on a lot of the other things that we've been doing. The idea of it is really fun. Oh my god, you just ran straight through that. This is an interesting form of hiss. Very interesting. They just run at me with, like, melee weapons. God, they got little dashes and stuff. Okay, yeah. Definitely spin, I don't think, is the best weapon for this. Mostly because I don't have it upgraded. And its accuracy is garbage. Whoop. Ow. They got me. Yeah, this just does way more damage. Spin's not gonna cut it right now. Not until I upgrade it. Shifting fragment. I wonder if that's for something new. Whoop.
I guess we're using pickaxes now.
Yeah. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. Well, spin still not going to be very viable, I don't think. We can try going back to shatter. Just because they are like running straight up on me, so it might perform a little bit better. So we're not down in the lower part, which is why it didn't work me going down there, I suppose. Beware of toxic geysers. Okay. I will be aware of them. What's up here? This looks like it leads like all the way down to a different path. Ah, another one of these. I can't get up there. Like, my levitation needs to be stronger. Is that what the increased levitation can do for me? It can make that last longer? Because it says levitation lasts longer, but that's... I imagined it was talking about, like, when you start descending, basically. But maybe that can be helpful for doing those things. So maybe I need to put some points into levitation. Hello. I have some bad news. Mr. Wilder, I have some bad news. You remember that Robert Ricardo fellow we brought in as a special consultant to map the lower caves? Well, today he found a chamber with weird eyes covering every inch of the walls and a strange black pillar in the center. Kinda looks like the ones at the crossroads, but smaller. We had a bureau member shadowing him, but whatever happened in there did a number on our guest. The docs are taking a look, but it's pretty clear Mr. Adventure's exploring days are over. No, we were careful to limit this guy's exposure to the non-ordinary. Drugging him and carrying him through the upper floor was a real hoot, by the way. But we really need to reevaluate our policies on external contractors. Honestly, we'd be better off forming a special division trained in rappelling and orienteering than subjecting more outsiders to the shit we deal with. You almost always end up dead or loony. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, hiring contractors for this sort of stuff. Yeah, you need someone specially trained in dealing with, you know, AWEs and all of this sort of jazz. You can't just throw anyone in here that doesn't know about, like, objects of power and stuff. Yeah, see, like, how am I supposed to get in there? We clearly get some kind of other powers, right? I mean, maybe I could bomb that, but...
Astral plane is cutting into our dimension.
It sure is.
If this happens in the upper floors, it'll destroy the bureau. Oh. Wait, they're fighting each other? That's crazy. I did not mean to move backwards there. Did that change? I swear to God, before, like in the base game, when I fell off a cliff like that, I died. But now they're doing what I said I wish they did.
So that's interesting. Weren't they fighting earlier, though? Why are they not fighting anymore? Weren't you two at combat with each other? Were we at odds? These two enemies? It does feel cool to float and do this. Astral copy. That was, collectibles? Research and records? Okay, I do have 2 of these. His sharpened agents display the para-utilitarian ability to rapidly move short distances. Yeah, they're kind of like Wesker with the Wesker teleporting. Although not as good. This ability is unique in the fact that it's not associated with any known object of power. However, we should not discount the ability that the possibility that this ability is an object variation. For example, abrupt physical relocation, APR, instant transmission if you're a Dragon Ball fan, could potentially be a variant of the jukebox's effect. Other explanations of the Hiss Sharpen's abilities currently include momentary time manipulation, Dio, brief increase in physical speed, the Flash, I guess, or like, I don't know, Deku from My Hero, inhibiting the witness's sense of sight. That I don't immediately have one to compare to. If we do accept that the Hiss Sharpen's ability is not connected to a known object of power, then the Hiss are either manifesting unique paranatural abilities, or there are objects in the house that we aren't aware of. Either way, the Hiss are continuing to develop new strains of corruption, and that is cause for concern. These are DLC enemies, is basically what I read that as. With the astral plane now physically accessible, a torrent of new information has been collected on the entities known as astral copies. The copies' bodies are composed of a dense stone-like material that is both resilient under controlled circumstances and brittle when struck with significant force. Whether the astral copies possess individual consciousness or are directed by a higher intelligence such as the board remains unknown. However, their shared aggression seems to indicate a unified goal. Director Faden's encounters with these entities when binding objects of power in the astral plane indicate they serve as live targets for potential para-utilitarians to practice on. Yeah, which is how I normally see them, but why are they attacking me now? Some have been equipped with Bureau weaponry, though it seems unlikely they were armed by our personnel. It's important to note they are immune to his corruption. So why are they attacking me now? Has the Bureau gotten got by the Hiss? That would be terrible. Obviously, it would be atrocious for us.
With me. I could really use my head of research right about now.
Yeah. Thanks, Polaris. I saw you
Marshall?
pop up a little bit. Oh, hey, it's Marshall.
Marshall, you're alive.
How do we get up there? Sorry. Sorry, I'm still invested in you, Marshall. Is Marshall gonna be the one that gives me this new power?
Jesse, the director.
It's me. I'm the director. Remember? Director Chan?
Whoa.
The Crossroads.
Huge.
Ah, I love a good big cave system.
Can you hear me? She was on the hotline, so that person couldn't have been Marshall, right? One problem at a time. Let's see what's going on with that pillar first.
What is happening with Marshall? The nail? Okay. Marshall, I don't think we're good, bestie. Give me this. Shifting fragment. I keep getting those, which makes me think I'm gonna get a new weapon or something to make like I did in the Alan DLC.
5 days since we first entered the building. Traversing the interior is dangerous due to the shifting, but we did manage to find a lower cavern that seems structurally predictable, which is a scientific way of saying its walls won't crush us in our sleep.
Yeah. Good.
Northmore even made a discovery. A pistol placed on a stone pedestal in front of that strange ebony pillar.
Ooh.
Seems like something out of a storybook, except the heroes usually find swords, not handguns. But it is the perfect lure for someone like him. Hours after finding this weapon, Northmore cornered me to spout some nonsense about how the board had made him the director. He ranted about the title being meaningless before now, calling Father and all other previous directors shams, frauds, and worse. I think this place is worse for Northmore than it is for me. Strangest thing? There was no pedestal in front of that pillar a day ago. This building has swallowed a dozen of my men, and now it's handing out presents. playing some sort of game? If it is, we're most certainly losing. Hell, we don't even know the rules.
Interesting. So yeah, Northmore was a candidate, basically. That's why the service weapon was presented to them. Interesting. So yeah, this is like not at the origin of the Bureau altogether, but like the origin of when all of this shit started happening, and the service weapon was added in, is all of this garbage. So that is interesting. That is extremely, extremely interesting. Getting a little bit of history. For all my research into the oldest house's ley lines, I still don't understand why they converge here at the base of this pillar. Suppose the simple reason is that they have to converge somewhere, Occam's razor and all that. But that seems wrong. The esoteric world abhors coincidence. So what is the true relationship between this pillar and the ley lines? Does it act as a magnet, attracting them, polar north, or is the pillar a product of their focused energies? A sprout nourished by the constant flow of the oldest house's power. Perhaps classifying that power would provide some insight. However, we currently have no means of measuring or quantifying it. Given time, it may become possible to collect and even harness this energy. On that note, Northmore is bringing in the much-lauded Dr. Gustav Wagner from headquarters in DC to aid my research. Suppose this is his way of saying he doesn't trust me to work unsupervised. Let's just hope Dr. Wagner is as smart as his dearly departed Führer once believed him to be. Okay, that appears to be a way for us to put this in a timeline. Interesting. I'm guessing that's talking about World War and Nazis and stuff would be my guess. So, well, specifically World War II because dumbass is dead, so. Okay. Getting some extra stuff here. And these are the cave paintings that they talked about. Very interesting. Obviously, I loved the oldest house and everything, but I would have loved even more if there were more areas like this, where you're taken to these weird zones, but it makes sense why this is the only one. You know? There's a certain bit of interesting, I don't know, design with, you know, this game mostly taking place in just like abandoned office buildings. It's kind of like a liminal spaces kind of thing, which I feel was intentional, but having like a new zone that's like very different than the other ones is pretty cool. It's kind of like the mold zone in that way. Nail door monolith is hurt. Touch revere it to enter. Okay. I am revering you. Prepare the nail link to prevent astral consumption collision. This is the director's duty plot. Authorized for a single new tool upgrade. Yay! Use it to save the Foundation Us Bureau. Interesting. The Astral Plane Challenge. Left self, only one is permitted. Which will you choose become?
So I can only choose one.
Ooh.
I thought I was done with these tests.
Oh, I can spawn platforms? Or I can destroy them. Creating or destroying? Interesting. I kind of like creating more than destroying, and this seems like it might make for some interesting platforming, so I'll go with this one. Because the other one is just I destroy a wall. This at least I get to add something, you know? Instead of just taking something away, I get to add something to the environment, which I find more interesting. Tweaking, cultivating the ability /U. Okay. So how does it work? Minerals, roots, barnacles grow across the foundation, so it is only at certain points. Use the new upgrade self to shape inflate. First director to receive /earn this. You should feel honored. Okay. I mean, it doesn't even seem like that crazy of a power. Crumble after being shaped. Okay. Yeah, I mean, it's just, you know, we can make platforms now.
So I guess that also means I just can't get those other things. Because there's some things that are locked behind the other ability. So unless there's an alternate way to access it with this ability, Mantle loosens the 4 locks, keys, MacGuffins located in the fringe nowhere of the astral plane. Astral bleeding collision has spread, lost them. Do this and the nail will be repaired. Oh, interesting. Bonus round, hiss are present in Foundation. Trespassing, snooping is forbidden. Okay, so kill the hiss that are in here. This is interesting. Yeah, so being able to just use that... I think I can only kill them like this, yeah. Alright. Melee health boost? What does that mean? When I melee someone, I get a health boost? I have too many personal mods. Whoops. Did not mean to do that. Meant to delete it. I think I had health boosts. But let's get rid of some of these other things, including these worse health boosts. Weapon reload after seizing an enemy. Shield ability kills. Fade cost on element pickup. Okay, that's good. Oh, I actually do have an even better health boost. Weapon reload after seizing enemy. Seize speed. 70% seize speed. Alternately, I could just put on another health boost, but sure, give me seize speed. Alright, now I got melee health boost, so what does that do? Health recovery on melee hits, so you get 8% health back for meleeing someone. That is interesting and gives melee more of a use. Whoops. Whereas, I feel like it didn't have much before. It's good at destroying the shields, but so often I'm terrified to get close to anything, so... That's just kind of a spooky thing to do. Okay, where are these MacGuffins you talk about? Oh, I'm guessing it's that. Unless... Oh, it's talking about in the Foundation, not in this challenge. Okay. Yeah, so it's telling me go do it over there.
This broken pillar is called the Nail.
Mm-hmm.
It was broken by something, and now the astral plane is bleeding into the Foundation,
Which is not good.
Destroy the oldest house, the Bureau, and everyone inside. I need to find 4 locks, or keys, or whatever, to stop that from happening. But I'm the director. I've handled worse. This should be simple-ish.
Jessie's so full of herself these days. She's very confident. Confidence through the roof. Okay. So I'm going over here first, obviously. There's one. I was like, where is it? Oops. Well, this is a fun power. It wouldn't really be useful outside of here at all, since you have to use it at key points. That enemy just disappeared out of existence. Guess it regretted spawning that enemy. Keep seeing the stalactites that you can grab. And those are exciting to me. Ow. Oh god. Give me my wall back, please. There we go. Sorted. Now what? Okay, going down here gets me something. Yeah, okay. Well, I didn't sit there and try to solve whatever was going on with this, because I definitely would not have been able to. But it seems like this might be a pretty quick, like little DLC area. Not a massive area. I mean, it kind of looked like it from the beginning, but I think it'll be faster to traverse through this area than it was a lot of the Allen areas, because those you kind of had to go slowly since you had to do all the light shenanigans. Whereas this, you're kind of just running through. Hi. Okay, yep, that's the answer to those hiss. For sure. Oh, oops. I mean to spawn that on myself. Ow. Get out of here. Oh, God. You have one of those, huh? Are you ever gonna stop firing? Okay. That is a tanky enemy, let me tell you. Did that kill you? I don't think it did. There's more hanging out down here too. What is this? Seize accelerator? You are still over there. Doing your thing. I can't destroy this stuff. I can crouch through it though? But I can't destroy this, so... I'm imagining there's going to be some stuff that I've gained access to with my power. And maybe at the end they give me the other power as like a reward. If I had to guess. That seems like something they would do. Oh, that thing explodes. Okay. I saw it was kind of circular. I wasn't sure if it was going to explode, but... That did not work how I wanted it to. I was trying to hit you with my thing, but I think most of it whiffed and hit the wall. Terribly unfortunate. I think that's most in here.
This area looks newer. Is it from the upper floors?
Hi. Yeah, it looks like they just brought this area in, basically. Collapsed apartment. Interesting. Out of my way. Okay. More new stuff. I'll definitely be ending when I hit my next checkpoint.
That his barrier.
Okay. It's a really big one of those for me to spawn, I think. Never mind, it wasn't as... The crystal formations are big, but it's still just the one little tiny one that I interact with. Huh. How do? Oh, we go through here. I guess that makes sense. Ah, there's my save point. Okay, yeah. I mean, new area, got some new stuff going on. We've already worked our way through a pretty good amount of it, although a lot of this I think I'm going to have to re-explore with my new powers. But let's go ahead and claim you. Who's that? That's Trench and Darling. Interesting, interesting. More Trench. Yeah, so parts of this are definitely bleeding in. For sure.
Shift account. To whoever finds this, I am Containment Processes Designer Gene Gibbs, and I am writing this to document the largest building shift ever to occur. Here are the facts. A considerably large section of the containment sector, including the process and protocol offices, our research facilities, and a fair chunk of the fire break have been yanked down to a chasm that reaches far below lobby level, I think. It was a violent shift, and I regret to report several casualties. Injuries were sustained by all, but many of us, myself included, are still mobile. We set up a base camp and started triaging. There are little supplies. We've explored our surroundings and found caverns of all things. Maybe we're in some kind of cave threshold, like the quarry? Wherever we are, we're not the first. There were some rusty power cores, old lights, signs, infrastructure. What was this area for? Why did they seal it off? Why have we never heard of it? More importantly, how are we going to get out? Yeah, so this is an instance of some, you know, more modern getting brought down here because, yeah, I mean, it has the posters of Darling and Trench and stuff. Interesting. Locks, keys, keep, socket, us here, trapped, hooked, hidden, fed. They are old, young, extra life. With the director's help, situation information is subject to change. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that. Alright, let's check out our abilities. So, I don't get any upgrades to that ability that I just got. Which, makes sense, I suppose. Yeah, so levitation duration. Seize duration. Use shield to rush at enemies and knock them back. Increased melee damage is honestly sounding kind of interesting these days, but I'll get extra C's. I do use C's a fair bit, so why not? A little bit extra C's duration. And can't do anything? Nope, because I need more remote thoughts, so. Alrighty. Hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time for some more.